Go ahead.
But when the children of Seth heard the noise, they wondered, and came by companies, and stood on top of the mountain to look at those below. And they did thus a whole year.
So it took a whole year. They looking down the mountain, wondering, seeing them living a so sinful life, thinking to themselves, "Oh man, I do want to go down there, but the Most High told us don't go down there." Go ahead.
When, at the end of that year, Ganun saw that they were being won over to him little by little, Satan entered into him and taught him making dyeing stuffs for garments.
So right there, he seen that he was winning them over. Every day they stood there a little bit longer, looking off the mountain. Dang, it looked like they having fun. That's what they do. He entice you. Dang, they look like they having fun. So he just constantly, gradually, until he got them to do it. Go ahead.
Satan entered into him and taught him to make dyeing stuffs for garments of diverse patterns, and made him understand how to dye crimson and purple and what not.
So women right now is getting clothes with fancy colors that the children of Israel not used to seeing, even though they wasn't children of Israel at the time. There was the holy seed. So he's showing them how to dye their clothes to entice them. Go ahead.
And the sons of Cain who wrought all this, and shone in beauty and gorgeous apparel, gathered together at the foot of the mountain in splendor, with horns and gorgeous dresses, and horse races, committing all manner of abominations.
So they doing all these things. They looking super good. They got on fancy clothes that they not used to seeing. They seeing them drinking and smoking and doing everything that's wicked. They seeing this and it's enticing them. He wearing them down. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, the children of Seth, who were on the holy mountain, prayed and praised the Most High in the place of the hosts of angels who have fallen. Wherefore the Most High had called them angels, because he rejoiced over them greatly.
Go ahead.
But after this, they no longer kept his commandment,
After this, they no longer kept his commandment. So now they about to do what he told them not to do. Go ahead.
nor held by the promise he had made of their fathers, but they relapsed from their fastings and prayings.
So they stopped fasting and praying now. So they about to go down the mountain and do what he told them exactly not to do. Go ahead.
And from the counsel of Jared their father, and they kept on gathering together on top of the mountain to look upon the children of Cain from morning unto evening, and upon what they did, upon their beautiful dresses and ornaments. Then the children of Cain looked up from below, and saw the children of Seth standing in troops on top of the mountain,
So
and
they
they
looking at him right now that the children accept the girls down there with their fancy dresses on, looking up at him, steadily enticing them. Come on down. Go ahead.
and they called to them to come down to them. But the children of Seth said to them from above, We do not know the way. Then Ganun, son of Lamech, heard them say they did not know the way, and he be, bethought himself how he might bring them down.
So how can I get them down from there? I know they're ready to come down. How can I get them on down? That's what he's thinking right now. Go ahead.
Then Satan appeared to him by night, saying,
Who appeared to him?
Then Satan appeared to him by night,
Go ahead.
saying, There is no way for them to come down from the mountain on which they dwell. But when they come tomorrow, say to them, Come ye to the western side of the mountain. There you will find the way of a stream of water that comes down to the foot of the mountain between two hills. Come down that way to us. Then when it was day, Ganun blew horns and beat drums below the mountain.
He did what?
He blew horns and beat drums below the mountain.
So again, he done some music to get them to come down. Blew horns and beat drums, more music to get them down. Go ahead.
The children of Seth heard it, and came as they used to do. Then Ganun said to them from down below, Go to the western side of the mountain, there you will find the way to come down. But when the children of Seth heard these words from him, they went back into the cave of Jared to tell him all they had heard.
So they know they're getting ready to do wrong. They got scared and they know that they about to do wrong. But something about what Satan got makes you override your natural senses and have you do it anyway. That's what they about to do. They know they about to do wrong and gonna do it anyway. Go ahead.
Then when Jared heard it, he was grieved, for he knew that they would transgress his counsel. After this, 100 men of the children of Seth
100 of them. Go ahead.
gathered together and said among themselves, Come, let us go down to the children of Cain and see what they do.
So right off the top, they just went in the cave to tell Jared, they pops, what they was about, not to do this. Now 100 of them get together and say, let's go down there and see what they do. When they already know what they do because they've been watching them over a year. So they know exactly what they do. But lust is set in them and it's going to cause them to go down. Go ahead.
And enjoy ourselves with them. But when Jared heard this of the 100 men, his, his very soul was moved and his heart was grieved. He then arose with great fever and, and stood in the midst of them and adjured them to, by the blood of Abel the just, let not one of you go down from this holy and pure mountain.
So his father begging them, please don't go down from this holy and pure mountain and defile yourselves with them women. Please don't go down there. Go ahead.
In which our fathers have ordered us to dwell. But when Jared saw that they did not receive his words, he said unto them, O my good and innocent holy children, know that when once you go down from this holy mountain, the Most High will not allow you to return again to it.
The Most High will not allow you to come back. If you go down there, you can never get back on this mountain again. Now they should know better and know not to go down. But let's see how strong this lust that's been setting in them for a whole year. See, can they resist it? Go ahead.
He again adjured them, saying, I adjured by the death of our father Adam, and by the blood of Abel, of Seth and Enos, and Canaan, and Mahalalel, and to hearken to me, and not go down from this holy mountain. For the moment you leave it, you will be reft of life and of mercy, and you shall no longer be called children of the Most High, but children of the devil.
Children of the devil. Now he telling them flat out, if you go down, you will not be children of the Most High no more, but children of Satan. Now that's a strong thing right there. To be told that flat out and you still do it. Go ahead.
But they would not hearken to his words. Enoch at that time was already grown up, and his zeal for the Most High, and in his zeal for the Most High, he arose and said, Hear me, O ye sons of Seth, small and great, when ye transgress the commandment of our fathers, and go down from this holy hill, ye shall not come up hither again forever. But those but they rose up against Enoch, and would not hearken to his words, but went down from the holy mountain.
So they went down anyway, even after telling them that you will never get back up here. You won't be the sons of the Most High no more. You will be the sons of Satan. They still went anyway. Let's pause for a second and show what they did to them. It's if they programmed them like they program our kids today. They did it for a year and a half, for a year rather, of circling around the mountain, dancing in front of them. They programmed them. Just like when you watch TV, they say, we're going to take you back to your scheduled program. Let's look this word up, program.
Which word was one?
Uh,
First one.
no,
Or last
right up in there.
one. Okay. Program. To train to perform automatically in a desired way.
Train them to perform in a desired or to do automatically. Basically, if you keep saying something over and over, if it's songs that we hate when you first hear them, but if they keep playing it over and over and over again, it starts to sound good to you. You being programmed. That's what they did to the sons of Seth right there. They walked around the mountain over and over, dancing, doing God knows what at the bottom of the mountain, drinking, having orgies, or whatever they was doing, but they programmed them. They set it in their mind and caused them to come off. Go ahead.
Um, as if programming a machine programmed the children to use perfect table manners.
So you can program people. That's what they tell you. And you say on the radio, go talk to the program director. It's a clever trick they got. That's what the billboards and everything is set up to program you, to desensitize you to everything so you think what's bad is really not that bad. They got that's why they got this gay stuff in cartoons and everything right now. It's programming the kids. They don't even know where it comes from no more. I was born like this. No, you was programmed into believing that it's all right. That's what is happening to them right there. All right, let's go back to Adam and Eve.
Um, Adam and Eve, Book 2, chapter 20, verse 31. And when they looked at the daughters of Cain, at their beautiful figures, and at their hands and feet
Dyed with color, with their beautiful figures, their hands and feet with beautiful colors. Sound like they was painting their toes and toenails and toenails and fingernails. They got their nails done back then. Go ahead.
and tattooed in ornaments,
And what?
and tattooed
Come on, go ahead.
in ornaments on their faces, and the fire of sin was kindled in them.
The fire of sin was kindled in them. Go ahead.
Then Satan made them look most beautiful before the sons of Seth,
He made them look even more beautiful than they were. Go.
as he also made the sons of Seth appear of the fairest in the eyes of the daughters of Cain.
So he made the sons of Seth look even better than they looked already. He put a spell on them to do this. Go ahead.
So the daughters of Cain lusted after the sons of Seth like ravenous beasts.
Like what?
Like ravenous beasts.
Lusted after them like ravenous beasts. That's how women lust after them athletes like ravenous beasts. Somehow they get into their hotel rooms waiting on them. They don't even know where they're going to be at, but they be there like ravenous beasts waiting on them. The same thing happening right now. Same exact thing is happening today that happened 6,000 years ago. Go ahead.
And the sons of Seth after the daughters of Cain until they committed abomination with them.
Abomination with them. If you don't even know the meaning of this word, it sounds bad. Abomination. I don't want to be no part of that. Or the Obama nation. Go ahead.
But after they had thus fallen into this defilement, they returned by the way they had come, and tried to ascend the holy mountain.
So now after they did what they knew they wasn't supposed to do, now they want to try to go back. Now I guess they want grace to kick in, like our people always talk about grace to kick in. Go ahead.
But they could not, because the stones of that holy mountain were fire flashing before them.
So right there, the stones of fire is flashing before them. You can't get back up here. I told you before you went off, you will never get back up here. You will never be the sons of the Most High again. You will be children of the devil. So now, after they done it, they want to get back. No, it don't work like that. You knew better before you did it. Go ahead.
By reason of which they could not go up again. And the Most High was angry with them, and repented of them, because they had come down from glory, and had thereby lost or forsaken their own purity or innocence, and were fallen into the defilement of sin. Then the Most High sent his word to Jared, saying, These thy children, whom thou didst call my children, behold, they have transgressed my commandment.
They did what?
They have transgressed my commandment, and have gone down to the abode of perdition and of sin. Send a messenger to those that are left, that they may not go down, and be lost.
So he telling the rest of them,